Anyway, it ain't over till it's over. Well, it's over. What I'm talking about is Jill Stein's bid to challenge the vote count in 3 states. Only one state went through a review. That was in Wisconsin. And the winner, if I can use that term where it relates to Trump, it gives me the willies. The winner is still Trump. There were some minor adjustments on the vote totals, but he's still the winner. Now, if, as Greg Palast points out, if the people who had been expunged from the voter rolls had had a chance to vote, not just in Wisconsin, but in probably every state that is run by a Republican administration, we would be talking about the horrors of a Hillary Clinton presidency rather than the horrors of a Donald Trump presidency. Which one do you think is going to be worse, or which would have been worse, Hillary or Trump? Well, you know as well as I do. But at least we don't have that warmongering Hillary Clinton to deal with, right? Right, Kathy? Right? Huh? Yes. Stein had argued that the use in Pennsylvania, in these gerrymandered districts, the use of electronic voting machines with no paper trail left the system vulnerable to hacking. Oh, if she only knew. Why doesn't Jill Stein read up on Greg Palast? Why doesn't the Democrat... Oh, no, screw the Democratic Party. Why doesn't Bernie Sanders... Anyway, in a 31-page opinion, U.S. District Judge Paul Diamond in Philly said, quote, it borders on the irrational, end quote, to suspect hacking occurred in Pennsylvania. Well, he's probably right. He's probably right. There probably was no hacking of the voting machines. But most people who run for public office, whether it's Jill Stein or Bernie Sanders or Hillary Clinton or somebody at your local board of electors, a county board of supervisors. The idea of voter rolls being purged deliberately to eliminate Democratic voters, it's just something they don't talk about. I don't know why. And I don't think Greg Palast knows why either. But they don't. I guess because the candidate, were he or she to bring that up prior to an election, hey, what about all the people who have been purged off the rolls? You know, the candidate's opposition would just run with that like crazy. Right? And say, well, that Democrat or that liberal or that independent is suggesting that people who shouldn't vote should be allowed to vote or something like that. And since, as we've been talking about on this program for 30 years, America, the United States of America, has the largest collection of the most ignorant people to walk into a polling place on earth. And we do. I mean, that's not necessarily a criticism. It's just a statement of fact. Just a statement of fact. We vote. I don't know how we vote. We don't vote on the issues. If we voted on the issues, Donald Trump would not be president because he didn't articulate any issues at all except building a wall and grabbing women by their private parts. If you can build a presidential campaign on that, I guess you're quite the man. Quite the man.